What's up guys, it is me, Mad Samurai, here for September's PS Plus Plays videos. Interesting month, I feel like, and I'm somewhat slightly disappointed as well. When I first saw the games coming out of September, I was like, oh, okay, cool. First up, Street Fighter 5. Never played Street Fighter 5. I played Street Fighter 4 when it first came out on PS3. I thought it was okay. I'm more of a classic Street Fighter 2 Championship edition type player, the old school Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. I actually do have the 30th anniversary Street Fighter of all the old Street Fighters. I've got that, but when I first saw Street Fighter 5, I was like, okay, interesting, haven't played it, be interesting to play it. Then when I've downloaded it, then I've seen the kind of the app on the home screen. They said Champion Edition. I was like, oh no, seriously? They've given us the Champion Edition, you know, not just the. I thought it was straight up the standard Street Fighter 5 base edition. They've given us champion edition. I was thought, oh wow, excellent. Now I've just kind of looked into it. It's like, no, it's all a bloody false hope. It is the base edition. If you want the champion edition, you have to pay for it, which on the UK PSN store is about £20. But a bit disappointed with that, really. Yeah, very disappointed. But what can you do? Anyway, you know, this is we're in September. We've got new games. First up is Street Fighter 5. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna give it a score. Please like and subscribe to my channel. So first up, we are. I'm assuming. I don't know what is. I assume all these are available. Arcade, story, versus, challenges, training. Nice. First up, I'm going to jump into arcade. Have a little looky how it is. On the originals, the arcade was the story mode. So anyway, let's just jump into arcade. Oh, what is this? What's this all about? What the? No. Is it the story? I don't know. I'm just gonna do easy. I don't get it. Is it the? Am I actually playing the first Street Fighter? Okay. I'm kind of disappointed, but in a way, probably slightly not. It's a bit like I do have to say, I'm not sure this looks that great. I feel like this could have and should have looked about a million times better. Is it me? I feel like this should be looking better. Like, it's, you know, I feel like they've kept up the same kind of graphical art style as 4. They haven't changed it at all, which I'm a bit disappointed with, to be honest. I would have liked them to kind of go, I don't know, just make it look amazing, because you can make a fighting game look really good now, but it felt like they didn't really, just from the looks of it. You know, I'm not saying it looks terrible, but I just feel like it could look better. really. It's just a little bit of a disappointing, I feel like. It does control fine, really. I am one to use a D-pad for, well, for Street Fighter anyway, because that's what I grew up on, playing on the SNES. Like, I don't understand why it was like the original Street Fighter. Is it because you only fight a couple of people? I'm not too sure. I don't really get it. I don't understand it. Why are they talking? Why have they put in different ones? I don't know. It is confusing. I remember that when this game came out with 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 quite a lot of flack, because I don't think it came out partially finished in a way. They didn't have all the modes and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure. But like, I think I never played this when it came out. This is the first time I'm playing Street Fighter 5, and I've been tempted to kind of pick up a copy, and I was thinking about the Champion Edition. Like, I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to have that. Looks like I will have to add a physical copy of that into my collection, because it would be nice to have it. I always found like Street Fighter was always fun to play with my brother, because that's what I grew up playing it. Like, it was alright to play on your own against the arcade, against the machine, sorry, but it was always best to play it with siblings. No? Son of a beeswax. Yeah, but it's very easy to play, so just get in it. It's very easy. Alright. Like, I don't really get this mode. See, like, is this just the amount of battles? Is this the fighters you can select, or what? I don't know. Let me have a look. Well, I'm pretty sure Cammy wasn't in the original Street Fighter 2. I think you could. I think Akuma was on a Street Fighter 2. I'm pretty sure Cammy wasn't. Maybe it was like a later version she might have appeared. I didn't think she was. She appeared in 2. Pretty sure Akuma, I think he was on a certain version. If you did a code correctly, you could choose Akuma, I'm sure. But yeah, it's all a bit odd, and I don't like the kind of transitional screens from when you select this. Is a big black screen for quite a while. It doesn't make any sense. So if I jump in here, is it like the selection of fighters? Because I'm pretty sure with Street Fighter 1 you use only a selection of 2 fighters. Well, actually you do start off with 2, that's very true. So is it just the fighters? And all these, see, this is ridiculous. Like, with the base game, they've literally given you hardly any fighters. There's so many other fighters which should just be included, really, and especially with the version we've been given, it should be just like, here it is, here are all the fighters, have the Champion Edition. It's a bit of a letdown, really. But I'm just taking these are the characters from each one. Okay, well, a little bit of a confusing, disappointing arcade mode, I have to say. Quite a disappointing arcade mode. But I'm interested to see what the story mode is about. story mode. You know what? I want to go to training. I just want to see what fighters are available. That's what I want to see. God, it's all these levels. Ah, crazy. Are you serious? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10. It's 16 fighters. 16 fighters. And that's just absolutely terrible. Terrible. They make you pay for Guile. They make you pay for Balrog. They're making you pay for Blanca Sagat. Poison. God. Who else are they making us pay for? Akuma. Sakura they're making us pay for. E Honda. That's just... I am not happy with this. Not happy at all. Alright, well I'm going to jump into story and just check that out. I'm feeling a little bit shortchanged, and I feel like they've just given us the really poor version. So let's see, story, general story. Okay, yeah. Do I have to pay for a character story, or what? I don't know what that means. Yeah, alright, you know what, let's be... I just feel so let down. Let's just be Ken. Oh, is that it? It's just in 4 parts. Is everyone 4 parts? Let's just be Ryu, why not? Yes. The drawings are very nice of what they've done. Look very good. But I don't know. Sometimes you think like should they have done some like amazing CG type of like intros and kind of cutscenes. I don't know. Is it just me thinking this? I don't know. It would have been nice, even though they those are kind of like it looks nice, but I feel like it could have been better. Okay. So if is it just like 4 fights I do? I don't get it.
Did you somehow forget? You say that all the time. But Master, it may eventually overwhelm. The heart of battle is
It may overwhelm.
but yourself as well.
Yeah, the controls like are pretty good. They do flow very nice. You know, they've added a lot of different things and stuff since when I used to kind of properly play. Like the last like Street Fighter game, I really properly played for quite a bit. You know, I played Street Fighter 4 for a little bit, but not too much. I would say the one on PS2, Street Fighter. What was it? Street Fighter EX. Yeah, I think it's Street Fighter EX or I think it might be. Yeah, okay, I can't remember. It was the one on PS2. It was the first 3D one on the PS2. That was the one I played, and then the Street Fighter EX games on the PS1. I really played a lot of those around my friends and stuff. Really good games. They were. I really enjoyed them. Some people didn't, and they had bought all those specials and stuff. It looked great. And some introduced me to a lot of like cool new characters from the EX series. But yeah, I haven't really played. I've never played. Pretty sure I've never played Street Fighter 3 and stuff. So, but now I've got the 30th edition, so I will play through them all. That is the plan, to play through all those Street Fighters to like before 4. And I've never played the original Street Fighter, so I'm looking forward to having a go at that one. So, but yeah, like I do enjoy Street Fighter. I just feel like this could look nicer. I feel like control's great, but like let me have a look. Like how many special moves do I have? Like super specials. See, I just have that. Why can't I have like 2 or 3 like specials and stuff? Like one for, special Hadouken, special by the Hurricane Kick and the Dragon Punch as well. I don't get it. Go a little elbow to the face. Don't get it. Why? Because I'm pretty sure, like with like the old EX games, you had like multiple. You would have like 3 or so different ones. Boom! Trophy. 1 step forward. Pow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's something you do, or I don't know.
Just the man I wanted to see.
Oh no. Yeah. I feel I'm feeling very disappointed with this. Yeah, you're damn right. But now I've done 2 fights. I want to see like where that is. See like where is it? Okay, so literally it's a fight per, and then that's it. And like, do you have to complete all these and then you get a general story? Then I assume the general story is everyone's story all mixed together. Yes, that's how it's looking to me. Really, you got the verses, which is pretty standard. 1 player versus 2 player, 1P versus CP. There you go. Challenges, training, battle settings. You got your battle lounge, you got your rank match, you got your casual. Let's have a look at the challenges. Trials, missions. What's trials? Volume 1. Okay, so he just wants me to do a combo. What's this? Basic controls, throws, okay. Missions. Okay, this is all stuff you collect to get extra points or whatever it is. Yeah, survival, okay, that's quite basic. Okay. Well, you know what, let's just jump back into arcade and just give some sort of final thoughts. I think that's the most interesting thing to do. So a final thought, I think I can just give it, because this is quite simple in a way. Controls are great. The controls very good. I can't really complain. Really, they've really tied it up and made a really quality fighting game. I feel like so it is a very fun game to play, and it'll be fun to play with friends. Definitely, that's how I like to play Street Fighters with friends. It is nice. Graphics are good. I just would have liked them to be more better. I feel like I don't know. I don't even know how to do his special. Yeah, I feel like they are alright. I just feel like they could have just been much better. They could have just been much better. That's how I feel like it could have had a much better looking game. It just a little bit of disappointment, but it does look good. It does look very, very good. The character design and level design are really good. I really think they look great. The characters just look very well designed, full of detail, look nice, colourful, and just boom shakalaka, loving it. Now, there's a lot to like about this game, but there's also a lot to dislike. Arcade. What is the arcade? Is it just like the format? Like I don't really get it with the whole different Street the old Street Fighter sections like that. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Like, why has it got Street Fighter 1 and 2? Is it just the format of like how many players you can choose from? I don't know. It is confusing, I must say. And one thing I find annoying is the long black transition screen from one screen to another that appears. It just really, come on guys. Very, very poor in my eyes. Yeah, I just don't get it. What is this format supposed to be all about? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. It's not like it's telling a story or anything. So it's just a bit like, what is this all about? And there's the silly black screen. Also, what's annoyed me is the lack of content. Really, you have a couple of fighters. Yeah, we got 16 fighters, and then there's all these extra fighters which are downloadable content you have to pay for, and some of these characters are a bit of a joke. They should be standard characters. There's at least what, 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna say 4, 5, yeah, 6, 7. There's at least 7 characters there. 7, 8 characters, I would say, that are at least standard characters. They're standard characters that should be in here. We shouldn't be having to pay for them. It's just utter disappointment. It really is disappointment. But you know, you got a few mates. You got arcade, which isn't that great. You got story, which it feels very shallow and hollow, and you feel like you get no kind of really just reward to play it. and the story is going to be a bit poor. You know what? Probably the best mode is versus. Really, I've tried to play a rank in a casual match. I've waited 5 minutes, couldn't get on to line to anyone I'd done. I would assume people are playing. I don't know. I couldn't get on. You know, you got your training challenges. You know, if you're into doing all those little training challenge missions, yeah. But you know, probably sharpen your skills of doing this combo, this and that. But you know, the main one for me is versus. But everything else, it just feels like a very hollow game. You know what? I'm very disappointed that they've given us this game as just the base version and not the Champion Edition. I don't see why they couldn't just give us the Champion Edition. Really, you know, there's probably going to be another update soon, so there'll be something else for us to pay for. It's just, yeah, I'm a bit annoyed with it. I feel like this is a massive letdown, and there's a lot of good bits about it, but it is like a good game, but it's a bad offering of what they've given us, and I'm very disappointed, really. So that's why, if I'm going to score this, I feel like I can only give it like, I can only give it half a thumb, like a thumb in the middle. Really, it's not a full thumb ups, it's just a thumb just in the middle. I'm not going to give it a down thumb because it is a good game, but it's just so much wrong with it. You know what? It's going to be a thumb in the middle, and it's going to be a slight tweak down because they're taking a piss, really. They've given us a game with hardly any content, or hardly any good content. You know, you've got all these characters that we can't access, and some of them should be base characters that should be in like every Street Fighter, Guile, Honda. Those characters you shouldn't have to pay for them. So it's ridiculous. I'm very unhappy with this. First I was thinking, oh yeah, I thought, okay, and then when I first saw it, I was like, oh yeah, wow. And then I've realised it's not the Champion Edition. They make you pay for it. And then I'm like, okay, well that's fair enough. And then I actually see what content there is. There's a few stages. Like if we go in here, I'll show you. Here we go. Look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stages, and then what? 10, no, we got 10, 11, 12, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's fucking way more fucking bloody stages to buy than they come in the base game. They've just given us a base game with hardly any content, and I remember, and I understand why there's so many people. I think when this first came out, there was even less. There was even less in it, and it annoyed people. When I look at the scores, what the receptionist gives it actually got mainly pretty decent scores. Whether these been like changed throughout the time, I'm not too sure. You know, Edge gave it 70%, IGN 8 out of 10, and it is like, as the actual fighting game part of it is very good, but as a game with content, it's very poor. The base one, you should never buy it. Never buy it. Just actually go out and buy the Champion Edition with all the content. You don't want this version. This is the worst version for them to give us. Now, if I wanted to play with all the other characters, I have to fork out. I'm actually better off going and finding a physical copy of the Champion Edition, because I'll probably have to find it for a better price than what they're selling it online. So this is really disappointing. And those long little kind of black kind of screens in between windows, got in menus and stuff, it actually really fucking feels like it takes too long. Sometimes you feel like, oh, it's something on my TV. Is it turned off? Because it goes black and then it kind of goes to a different shade of black, and then there's a little loading thing, and it feels like it takes too long just to go to a different menu. Really disappointing. So sorry guys, this is a thumb in the middle with a little flick down, because I'm not happy with this at all. Well, let's end this video here. I haven't been happy with this one. Hopefully, we've got one more game to come up for September's PS Plus plays. Hopefully that slightly makes up for it, for this being such a big letdown. And fingers crossed, it's a game I've kind of been tempted to, I've wanted to play for a while, but I've just never got around to it. Now I've got to play it to do my videos. So anyway, let's end this here. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Goodbye.